Speaking of which, are we going to get these the tariff-free Scotch here soon? Is that coming?
I did see that.
It's gonna be a real thing, or are we just talking horse shit right now?
It actually, the rationale makes a lot of sense for the U.S. because they're also not buying bourbon barrels.
Are you picking this one?
Yeah.
So this is the one you like better?
I think so. Yeah.
Again, you're a cheap fucking date. I love it. You're a... What's going on?
You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah. And no patch today.
No patch. No eye patch.
You're taking all my pirate jokes away. Not that I had any good ones anyway, but
it's getting better. It's still like here down. It's kind of blurry, but I've gotten much more peripheral vision. Drive without the eye patch. It's only the eye patch to see the computer.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's this is screen that probably bugs you the most.
Well, it's because especially if you look down, and then this becomes all fuzzy, so then you're really struggling to make out fine detail. So just cover up the eye, makes it a little simpler.
Well, I'm glad you can make it again today. So welcome to the cave.
It's good to be back.
I'm Tom.
I'm Derek.
That's Derek, and we're gonna drink some whiskey today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know me. I mean, sexy box, man. I get sucked into a sexy box, and I I don't know what my expectations are of this one, but it's a pretty box. There's a whole lot of writing on it.
Yeah.
Why not buy it? So we'll get into this. We'll try this. Got a little this or that coming for us a little later.
Those are fun. I enjoy this.
So I think I got a fan favorite this or that for you.
Okay.
So we'll see how you manage that. So yeah. Good to hear the eye's good, and we're progressing.
It's week 5, so a few more weeks,
we'll get rid of the bracelet. What was it, week 8?
Well, so the bubble's got to go away.
Okay.
Which hopefully is about week 8. Then
okay.
I cut the bracelet off.
All right. Well, wishing her well there.
So that's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like if you have a level, right, the bubble's on the top.
Yeah.
But the distortion in my vision is going this way.
Okay.
Which makes it feel like the bubble's on the bottom.
Yeah. That
doesn't make any real physics sense. Like it should. I don't know.
Does the I'm definitely not an eye doctor here, but it's kind of like the eye sees things like in a mirror, and it's like it's upside down.
You know what? That may be true. That it's actually flipped. So
yeah.
I'm seeing it on the bottom because it's flipped coming through.
Fucking A, call me board certified.
Wow. Good catch. All right. That actually makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we can hang you upside down and see if we can do it.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's going to really help. All right, let's get blood rush to my head.
Let's get into some whiskey. So yeah, this was a random buy. New Hampshire State Liquor Store. It's an Irish whiskey.
Yep. I recognize the brand.
Teeling. Yep, you should recognize the brand. Single pot still, and Virgin Portuguese Oak. So beyond the sexy box, I don't know if I've had anything labeled Virgin Portuguese Oak. Now, we've had a lot of things in port wine finish, which is still used a Portuguese oak barrel, but not necessarily an unused.
Or this is raw wood.
This is raw wood.
Yeah.
And
we've had like the Misonoras and some other different raw woods.
Yes. So in classic me fashion, they did not cut this on the
Don't
open
cut
grill,
yourself on camera.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's a little blood between friends,
We'll get like an NC-17 rating.
Yeah. So, this was about $90.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. I thought it was actually pretty good. I mean, I believe Virgin Portuguese Oak is on the expensive side. Well, it's the used barrels that are cheaper.
Right. Just the fact that it's a brand new barrel.
Right.
Although the cost of the barrel versus the hundreds of whatever bottles that come out of it is probably not that big.
Man, and manufacture anything they can do to reduce the costs. You know what I'm saying?
So I did a little research on the brand.
On Teeling.
Teeling. They have kind of an interesting story. Kind of a boutique, kind of custom distillery. The first distillery in Dublin in 125 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
in Dublin in 125 years?
Yeah, so like the established ones, the Jamesons of the world, the Tullamore Dews have been around for a long time. No new ones had come up for a long time.
An awfully long time.
And the money that was used to start it came from selling, their dad selling their original distillery to Jim Beam.
Really?
So the Cooley distillery in like 2012 was sold.
Yes.
To Jim Beam. That person sold it.
We talked about the Cooley distillery in a previous video. Is that kind of like the Irish version of like MGP?
Yeah, I think the Terraconnell, which is distillery,
Yeah.
makes a lot of stuff for other people.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there is really another comparison of MGP as large as they are, but
and their kind of like their fame is custom finishes. Teeling.
Teeling,
That's
yes.
They, kind of.
Yeah, little anti-traditionalists.
Yeah.
Right? Where, your Jamesons of the world are following the same traditional Irish pattern. Teeling kind of going off the beaten path a little bit. Hence the Virgin
trying to find their own, home, find their own niche.
So this is the second edition of their Wonders of Wood series. It's single pot stilled. It's 50% malted barley and 50% unmalted barley. Weird fact on that. The original reason why unmalted barley even became into play many, 100 or 200 years ago was taxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they used to have a tax on malted barley. So you used to cut it with unmalted barley to save the taxes.
Make it cheaper. Right.
Triple distilled, typical Irish whiskey. Obviously in Dublin, you just said. Warming hint of tobacco and pepper. Well, that sounds like it's up my freaking alley.
Ready to give it a go?
I'm going to give it a nose anyway. It's always taxes, right?
Money makes the world go round.
Speaking of which, are we going to get these the tariff-free Scotch here soon? Is that coming?
I did see that.
Going to be a real thing, or are we just talking horse shit right now?
I read up a little bit more on that. It actually, the rationale makes a lot of sense for the U.S. because they're also not buying bourbon barrels.
Well, it is a marriage, right?
Yes. There's a shared economy there that
we want our Kentucky bourbon barrels to go to Scotland,
right?
So it does make a natural.
The question is, are we going to see anything? Are we going to the prices?
Right, us, Johnny consumer.
Are we going to see anything out of the deal? This definitely has a.
Is it like field?
I was gonna say earthy.
Yeah, but it's not like earthy in the sense I would say earthy for Scotch. I just like meadow, like grassy field.
Like you've just planted and things are starting to sprout up.
Yeah. You're far enough away from the manure patch?
Yeah. None of that. It's got a bite to it.
It does. A good bite though, but it's already distinct, right?
Well, a lot of Irish whiskeys you get, it's real subtle, it's very smooth, it's sweet. You don't really get that.
Would you have gathered this was an Irish whiskey if you didn't know what it was?
No, I might have said it was like a really light bourbon or a light rye.
I would probably gone rye.
Yeah, a light rye nose.
I'm not getting at least off the nose, I'm not getting that, high spice or cinnamon, if you will, or mint sometimes on the rye, but if I was nosing this blind.
It actually smells really good.
You like it, huh?
Yeah. Well, especially when you're just talking Irish whiskeys don't usually have a lot of nose to them. So
the tariffs, what's funny about the tariffs, right? If it does happen, it may not happen for all Irish whiskey.
Well, it doesn't happen for Irish whiskey at all.
No, Northern Ireland.
Well, okay, yes. Yes. Northern Ireland is part of the UK. Do they make Irish whiskey and sell it to the US?
Yes. There's one Irish.
It's got to be the minority.
I think it's Bushmills.
Okay.
I think Bushmills. Correct me if I'm wrong out there. I think Bushmills might even be the lone or the lone name brand.
Yeah.
Irish distillery in Northern Ireland. So that would make it part of the United Kingdom, which make it part of this tariff relief.
Yep.
So this not so much.
Nope.
Because Dublin is not.
They're part of the EU.
Yes. So that'd be interesting to see how that kind of plays. And I think, if that comes into the verbiage or not of, when and if this actually comes into play. But regardless, I mean, we're Scotch guys, so we'll.
Hopefully it works out. I mean, I appreciate,
I would say
10% or whatever.
I would say, generally speaking, we're not going to get any relief. Hopefully, maybe just the the pricing kind of levels off
Stays for a
and
while.
stays for a while,
Yeah.
and maybe we can go with that.
Well, we've seen some price increases over the last couple of years,
COVID was brutal.
but even since then,
Mm. Well, this is definitely not my traditional Irish whiskey, is it?
no. But I would probably still have said it's some kind of Irish.
It's just got a lot more of wavelength of flavor profile. It's not flatline like a typical easy drinking Irish.
No, it's got a lot more character, but it still
No.
has this kind of rounded, mellow whiskey that still has some Irish character. It's not sweet though.
No, it's not sweet in, I suppose, the traditional sense of sweetness. I'm getting a little bit of a sweetness on it, but it's character nonetheless. Definitely getting a lot of character. So
A little bit of bite.
we're gonna get into this or that. So as known, I'm gonna pour you a couple of blinds,
All right.
and you'll tell us whether you like this one or that one better.
It's easy. There's no fail. It's
And right now I don't know if I have a hint for you. I don't know if I have a hint for you.
you can't tell me which one I'm going to like.
No, I can't. That's true. I can't do that. That's a
You might have an opinion about which one I'll
yeah.
like
I
better.
can criticize your preference.
Sure.
That I can do. Right. That I can definitely do. And I may criticize your preference. We're not there yet. You don't know.
All right.
But yeah. So
Is there a massive price disparity? That seems to be an indicator lately.
I don't know. I'm going to hold that. I'm going to hold that thought. I'm going to hold that thought. Maybe we'll get into that. Maybe we'll get into that.
Right.
It's interesting you pose that question, but I'm gonna plead the fifth at the moment, and we'll get into it. So we'll move over to this or that, and when we're done with that, we'll come back and we'll get a whiskey take on this very unique Irish whiskey.
I think unique's a good word.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's do it.
We're going to get most of it up. Yeah, we did. Little minor casualty.
Sure.
Here, but we're good. So this or that.
All right.
I have two for you, two separates.
Yep.
We'll start off with you'll nose them. Let me know if you like this nose or that nose better.
Okay.
Then maybe we'll get into some of your thoughts and.
You want to start with the one or the multiple?
Your
ring?
call, boss.
All right.
What are you thinking today? Where do you want to go? You want to go left or you want to go right? What are you doing?
We'll start with the right.
Going right.
I'm more comfortable over here. I like being on this.
You do.
I like being over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So.
I got a one.
Yep. Well, I'll nose along with you. I'll give you a little head start. Curious to how we dial these two in here. They do have
It's like light and subtle in the nose for the most part.
any immediate regional tendencies at all?
No, I mean I'm pretty sure it's barley. It's got a very springy kind of nose to it. If it had some peat with it, I would think it would maybe.
Yeah. Well, no peat on that one, I
No
guess.
peat on that one.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be fun. There's definitely something in common with these two.
A little more spice on this one.
Okay.
A little like maybe clove, but still quite subtle.
Yes.
Subtle noses.
Simple noses?
Trying to use subtle in it. There are notes there. They're just subdued. But there's a few distinct ones.
I'm getting, at least on the first one, I'm getting more of like a little brown sugar. And
I didn't really get sweet on either one of them.
I'm getting a little bit on the second one, too.
It wouldn't surprise me with those noses
Is there one you like better than the other already?
if they were Irish. Probably two.
Okay, so
This
this one here. We like that nose so far, so better. All right, give us subtle. All right, let's give it a tasting. These are fan favorites. Ooh, we got an ooh.
Definitely some brown sugar there.
Okay.
A little bit of bite on the finish, super smooth. But they're probably bourbon.
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely on the brown sugar.
A little richer
Richer on the second
on
one.
the second one. Still a little brown sugar.
Now you referenced earlier in the
Little bite at the finish. So maybe a little rye in there.
you referenced earlier, you thought there was a trend on a budget version and a pricey version.
Yeah.
So let's roll with that for a moment.
Yeah.
Can we decipher?
Oh.
Because one of these does cost more than the other. I can definitively confirm that.
They're super similar.
This is going to make a lot of fans or piss a lot of people off.
I'm gonna go with the left one is maybe the pricier one.
The left one is a pricier one.
Right.
Okay.
It's a little richer.
A little richer.
Mhm.
Okay. So richer, kind of more character, a little bit more.
But also they're well put together, very balanced, both very smooth. In line with how I would, kind of describe a quality Irish whiskey.
Okay.
But I'm pretty certain they're bourbons.
Any proof notes?
I'm guessing like mid 90s.
Okay.
They get a little bite at the end, but not too bad.
You think one's proofier than the other?
No, they're probably about the
About
same.
the same. Yeah, I actually don't know off the top of my head the proof, so I'm probably just as guilty. I probably maybe should have, done a little literature.
Check the bottle.
But so I guess I'm a little blind on the actual proof as well.
Yep.
And I wouldn't have picked up any discrepancies from one or the other. So whatever they're falling in there, they're tasting pretty in proximity. So this is one of the most popular distilleries in the world.
Okay.
Fan favorite, if you will.
Yep.
One of them is pricier than the other, and one of them is more sought after.
And it's not the pricier one?
Chased, if you will.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's going to change what you pick. I mean, obviously, you said the one on the left is richer, so I'm going to assume that was your preference.
Yes, but
Okay.
it wasn't like
Miles apart.
these are very similar.
Yeah.
They're both very good. They're not like and I'm even like might up the proof to like 103 now that it's settled in a little
We're
bit.
settling into a proof.
Yeah.
Okay. I do think they're rather similar, and it is, at least for today, it's brown sugar dominant to me.
So they're like this. I'm kind of on the E.H. Taylor.
Okay,
This is similar to that.
similar to E.H. Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take a stab at what you're drinking? You got a kind of a guess, or
That's the closest thing. Like, I don't.
I mean,
drink
you're a
enough-
Scotch guy,
I
so
don't
we're gonna
drink
give
enough bourbon to really.
Yeah, we'll grade on a curve.
to know to make that level of distinction. Yeah, I would say it's most similar to that.
One of these is a $30 bottle.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. The other one is about $60 today, I think, on the MSRP.
what in that?
The hunt is obviously settled down a little
Yeah.
bit in the past year or so. 5 years post COVID. But the other one, people would probably stab each other over for in line.
Are we talking like Eagle Rare or something like that? On that end of that spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, are you picking this one?
Yeah.
So this is the one you like better?
I think so. Yeah.
Man, again, you're a cheap fucking date. I love it. I love it. You're a cheap date. You picked the $30 one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You, my friend, are drinking Buffalo Trace.
All right. That's what. So when I said Eagle Rare that's what I was.
Yes.
That's what I was looking for.
So you weren't dancing on the street when you said E.H. Taylor.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're talking the same distillery.
Mhm.
Okay. The other one's actually sitting right to your right.
Oh,
Bring that over here.
this is
it sits there. That's where
this
it
is
sits.
good, but it's like if I can get it at cost, I'm fine with it, but I'm not paying extra for it.
Well, it sounds like you should save yourself
Just get some
$30
Buffalo
regardless of
Trace.
get yourself some Buffalo Trace. Because you, sir, so this is 93 proof?
Yep.
Okay.
I was right the first time.
90 proof. So there you go. Within 3 percentage points. Nobody's going to really taste the difference on that. Now, Buffalo Trace even went for a while, not so much anymore, where you couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much anything from that distillery, especially a few years ago. You couldn't find it anywhere. But obviously the Blantons was the king of the hunt, so to speak, at least there for a few years. So I thought this was a really great example and a great this or that.
So this may not be true, but what I was heard or told or is stuck in the back of my head is that the Buffalo Trace is often the rejects from the rest of the distillery.
So I don't know.
I've
heard a saying.
It could be HL or it could have been meant to be blends, but it didn't make the cut.
Correct. Yeah, and I don't know that factually either.
So there's some variation.
Logistically, that totally makes sense. Yeah. But there's a lot of bourbon enthusiasts that don't necessarily hunt the hype, and this is why they love Buffalo Trace.
Yeah,
because they know it's a $27, $32 price point, and they know what they're drinking is arguably just as good as their hunted equivalents.
Yeah.
And you, sir, kind of helped prove their theory today. So now, obviously, a Scotch guy. Mm-hmm. What do you think of these bourbons in general?
For me, if I'm drinking bourbon, these are more apt to be in my lane because they're kind of lighter, smoother, a little easier drinking.
I find this pretty much throughout the distillery, E.H. Taylor, even Weller, if you like the weeded, that they're the most balanced, right? I think a lot of times in bourbon you get that heavy vanilla or that heavy caramel, but you also get that heavy punch.
They're trying to be distinctive, and so they kind of lean into a property, and that might be good as kind of a one-off. Oftentimes, like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah,
it was interesting. I don't want another one.
But I do believe, you know me, I'm not one for the overhyped bottles, and obviously Blanton's I've very commonly put in that category. But that's not to say that I don't think that the Buffalo Trace distillery in general really does make some good stuff, because it's some of the most balanced bourbon.
Even knowing what they are, maybe it's because it's a little younger and it's got a little more character to it.
Yeah. So even knowing it's still
very smooth, easy drinking.
So, all right. Well, that's our this or that. He's a cheap date again. We love it. We can keep it budget friendly, but today,
not many people say that about me.
I know. That's why I love this. That's why I love this series. So, but today we're choosing, or at least Derek's choosing.
Yeah.
And I won't disagree with him.
The Buffalo Trace was excellent.
We're choosing the Buffalo Trace over the Blantons. There you go.
So Chad's gonna roll over in his grave.
There's a few people rolling over in their grave, I'm sure. Well, that was fun. That was cool. I love doing experiments like that where you're taking some sort of overpriced, overhunted, maybe overhyped, and you're comparing it to something more in the common stock category, and you're giving it a real, organic, authentic review.
It's nice when you can find a value. Like I don't drink a lot of wine anymore, but I always love finding $12 bottle.
Yes.
And there's so much wine out there that you hunt enough and you know what? This is excellent. I really enjoy it. And it's effectively dirt cheap in the grand scheme of things. And that's kind of the little hunt, the fun kind of find. There's a lot more options to do that in wine than whiskey, but I am curious as to how this is now going to taste after that.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see, but I'm not so sure that, because of what we had, I don't think the Buffalo Trace product, so to speak, spikes anything enough.
I don't think it will either, but
it's well balanced.
There's been some times when you come back back to it.
But obviously, I still expect to, and you can confirm here, you've already nosed it, still get that kind of grassy field,
So it might be playing off a little bit coming off the bourbon, but it's richer to me
Okay.
now.
Well, I thought it was complex before.
It's complex, but it's a little darker, toffee-ish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm still kind of getting that, I don't know, fresh cut grass field kind of the wind blowing across a farm without the manure.
So I can really appreciate the malted barley, the barley, in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Much softer, much.
So I actually wouldn't say this is softer. I thought I would say the Buffalo Trace butter was softer.
When I say softer, it's like texture.
Okay.
Like texture on my tongue.
Yeah, I just think this is especially for an Irish whiskey. There's what's going on here.
So this would be great in like a blind challenge.
Yeah.
Put this up against, especially something in the E.H. Taylor house of cards,
Mm-hmm.
to try to see if someone could tell which is which.
Yep.
Because it's got a lot more character than a typical Irish whiskey, and it's got a rich character versus a fruity or a sweet character, which you're going to get in a lot of the other Irish whiskeys.
So that we can say definitively, this is, although there's some Irish tendencies here, this doesn't drink like a traditional Irish whiskey.
No, this will throw some people off a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
I think in a positive way.
Yeah, and a true Irish whiskey fan will appreciate the variance here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is interesting. This is a little different. This is a different take on it.
Well, let's navigate that into our official the Whiskey Cave take here. So it sounds to me like you like it.
Yeah, I do like it.
How would you rank this among other Irish whiskeys? I mean, is this jockeying at the top, or is this just a?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I like it in the moment for its uniqueness.
Yep.
But I think if you were to if you do the this or that between this and a redbreast, I think I'd probably pick the redbreast every time. Any one of them.
I would probably agree with that. Obviously, we're a big redbreast fan, so maybe that's a tall order. But I would say I like this better than your traditional Irish whiskey, and I don't put redbreast in that traditional category.
But you're paying what you would pay.
Well, it's similarly priced, yes.
Right.
But I mean, redbreast.
I would take this over Jameson's or.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying. I mean, your Bushmills, your Jamesons, your Powers, and that's not a knock on any of those brands. I think they make fine stuff. But this just has a little something different.
It does. It's also not a fair comparison. This is kind of like their upscale version. We'd have to be comparing the baseline Teelings with one of their baseline.
Sure, but it's still good perspective.
I think
the character of this is above and beyond.
It exceeds its value exceeds its price.
Yeah,
it's not that expensive. It's actually highly quality Scotch or whiskey. I think I like it in this setting more than I would like it on a Friday night.
You'd have a second glass?
I'd have a second glass, but I don't know that I'd pick up a bottle.
Okay. I could go. I would definitely have a second glass, and I might even pick up a second bottle. I wouldn't, run right out and grab it per se. It's not wowing me in that regard. But I like it because it is separating itself a little bit from the rest of the Irish pack, exclusive of a redbreast. But
this flavor profile might be good for you on like a medium flavored cigar.
Oh yes. Matter of fact, My Father Blue is it's a Honduras. It's the epitome of being a light cigar and having some complex, heavy notes at the same time. So, and that's what this is, right? Like this is a light drink that has this weird,
but does
peppery
have some,
kind of,
yes,
quality to it that says I'm light, but I'm not just this bland product.
We've talked about raw wood barrels and the effect they have on whiskey, and I don't get the dryness that I often get.
No, for that's great point, by the way, because you usually pick out a virgin oak,
And I think it's
whether
more,
it's Portuguese or American.
well, I think it tends to be more American.
yeah.
I think I'm just American raw barrels give a flavor profile that I generally kind of have a negative response to. We've had some other European or Japanese wood, raw barrels that I do appreciate the flavor they impart into the whiskey. So I think that's a good selection. It's a good choice.
Yeah, I think that's my wrap up right there. Is that this is it's a light whiskey with character. It's eggs with pepper.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
A light breakfast, a light meal, but pepper on it to give it that a little extra something. Yeah, and
It's breakfast whiskey.
It's breakfast whiskey. Boom, just like that. Here we go. We figured out all the world's problems. This is breakfast.
Two eggs, some pepper, and a glass of this. You can't go wrong.
There you go.
Day will be fine.
Yeah, day's good. Day's good. We're gonna put that in the giant right away. So yes, I definitely will have a second glass. I'm good with that, and I can see myself stocking this a bit of on the regular. Although I don't know how regular the bottle is.
Maybe hard to find.
Yeah. This was the only one on the shelf, so maybe that'll dictate. And sometimes because it's a little harder to get, you're more likely to say, "Well, you know what? I found one. Let me grab it."
At that price point,
uniqueness.
and you can't get it very often. I would definitely say, all right, let's add one because you're not investing that much. You can't get it.
And I will say this: if you are an Irish whiskey fan, then I do suggest if you come across this, pony up the $90 and let us know what you think. Because I think you'll like it. So that would be my whiskey cave take.
I was all over the place.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have a home. It's breakfast whiskey.
Breakfast whiskey. I don't think we've ever settled on that one.
No, that's the new one.
Yeah. So
that's not true. The Jacob's Pardon is breakfast whiskey.
Jacob's Pardon is breakfast. That's a hot take.
I've always said that. It's kind of like a maple syrup kind of.
But Jacob's Pardon, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It goes well with sausage.
Jacob's Pardon and sausage. I mean, we're filling out the breakfast menu here today. Is this a 7-day week menu plan?
We try it all on the weekends. That's like a Sunday morning.
Not recommended, but fun fact: you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. So moving forward, I don't know if we'll do this next shot or not, but you managed to find a nice little find.
Yeah, so Jacob found me a Belvini I hadn't seen before.
This is a Jacob find.
Yeah, so he was traveling for work.
Good man, Jacob.
And he was at Heathrow, found a Belvini, the golden cask.
Now the golden cask you were telling me is how is that similar to the rum finish, the 14-year?
So effectively, there's a new distiller, master distiller for Belvini. The previous one retired a couple years ago. And this is basically her take on the Caribbean cask.
Okay.
It's only a 12-year instead of a 14-year. And instead of like the previous master distiller would actually go and barrel the rum, pick his own, he would go and make the rum, bring the barrels back, let it age to the point where the rum was ready, sell off the rum, and then put the whiskey in the rum barrels. This process is a little different in there. She's actually taking rum and pouring it into barrels and seasoning the barrels with different rums.
Okay.
Until she thinks the barrel's ready. And then she's putting the whiskey in it. And it's just the bourbon barrel version of the Belvini. So the double wood is sherry and bourbon.
So I should do a this or that and not let you know which one is which. So maybe that's your clue.
You should do a this or that where neither one of us knows which is which.
Oh, all right. Well, that's food for thought right there.
Because we've had put a lot of shade on the Caribbean cask.
Oh, I've shit on that Caribbean cask lately. It is not what it used to be.
And in my delving into this, when it first came to being, it was kind of like a labor of love for the master distiller, and he was really involved. And then at some point,
so it became
popular.
It's like anything else, though. It's a passion. they create something they love, and then the demand is so high they have to go mass produce it, and
it lost something in scale.
Yes.
As they tried to
they lost the magic.
meet the demand, it lost
Yeah.
the magic.
Yeah,
So-
welcome to manufacturing. So, all right, so
but who knows? But
we'll see if we can get that on the calendar. We'll figure that out.
slot it in.
Thanks, Jacob, for bringing out that bottle.
That's got to be 3.
Oh yeah,
At least 3.
Jacob's a fan.
Yeah.
Jacob's a fan. Matter of fact, a little small shout out, Pat. You got to go find this one. All right, so that's my challenge. To
That's
Pat.
a good one for Pat.
It is a good one for Pat.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So generally, we're a fan of the Teeling. I'm probably a little bit more of a fan than you are, but we'll still give it the Ebert thumbs up.
It enticed me enough that I want to try more.
So appreciate you coming by to the Whiskey Cave, having a drink with us. I'm Tom. That's Derek, and we'll see you next time. Be good. Bye.